Hello, this is Sunchip Radio. I need to make a real short post here. I need to make a correction to my last science post. And because I've gotten some more information and I was actually incorrect about some things. So just so you know, as my listeners, if I ever find out I'm wrong about something, I will gladly retract it and admit it and correct it. So this is one of those cases. So just to review what I said in the vaccine post. First, I said it had been developed in less than a year, and that was actually partially true. Specific to coronavirus, the coronavirus vaccine has been developed in less than a year. But an additional fact that I didn't know after doing some more research: mRNA vaccines, as a class of vaccine, have been in development for longer than a year. From one of the sources I read, since 2005. But there were some varying opinions as to when this research actually began. So I think it's safe to say mRNA vaccine delivery has been in development for longer than a year. But mRNA vaccine development specific to coronavirus has been in development for less than a year. So that would be a more nuanced, factual way of stating the development of the mRNA vaccine. The second thing is that I told you that it was an mRNA vaccine, that is still true, but I said that what it did was modified your DNA, and that is not correct. So I was incorrect in that. I did some more research, and because I want to make sure that I'm reporting sound information. So the mRNA does enter your cell, but it does not modify your DNA. The mRNA actually uses a structure called the ribosome, which is in your cell. Ribosomes are already in your cells, and ribosomes make proteins usually from messenger RNA that's made by your own DNA. Your DNA will make messenger RNA strands as little short communicating segments that go to the ribosomes to make proteins. So the vaccine is its own mRNA strand, so it's a foreign mRNA strand that does go into your cell, but to my knowledge, it does not go into the nucleus where the DNA is, but it's in the cell, but outside the nucleus, and uses your ribosomes to then make the coronavirus spike protein. So it's a little more nuanced. So when I said it uses your own DNA, that's, at least as I understand it at the moment, that was not correct. It does use your ribosomes, but it doesn't use your DNA. And it does not modify your DNA. So I need to make that correction. Having said that, and the other piece of information that I was able to find from multiple different sources, not just one, and these were fairly reputable sources, there is what's called nanotechnology involved with the mRNA vaccine delivery. Nanotechnology encompasses a lot, and we don't really know all that involves, but there seems to be, it's at least safe to say there's some form of nanotechnology in the mRNA vaccine that is unique to these kind of vaccines, that wasn't at all or not very much present in previously developed live attenuated virus vaccines that I spoke about last time. So that's my correction. Of course, I ask for your forgiveness in the incorrect reporting information. I try to really confirm these things and get accurate information. I still feel, and my opinion is still, that we don't really know all the effects of this vaccine. My opinion is still that I am not going to take it. It is still true that though it may not modify your DNA, it does use the structures of your own cell, namely the ribosome, to manufacture a foreign substance. We don't know how our immune systems will fully respond to that over the long term. there are some scientists that have expressed some reservations about would this induce an autoimmune response on your own body. There's just a lot of speculation. There's just a lot we don't know for this to be pushed on us so quickly. That's what I do know. And so for me, I'm not going to take it. That's still my opinion. And then I think there's things that we have to be discerning spiritually. And I think spiritually, I don't feel good about this. And spiritually, I would much rather trust in the Almighty God than I would in the God of science. And modifying my body, I'm just not comfortable with it. I'm not comfortable with it, and I really don't want those things in my system. The other thing I want to speak out about, there's some speculation out there that these vaccines are made from aborted fetal cells. As best as I can tell, the corona vaccine is not being made from aborted fetal cells. Again, if I find out differently, I will let you know, but I know there's a lot about previous types of vaccines from aborted fetal cells, and that's a whole other conversation. But from what I can find thus far, the main Cronus vaccines, the ones that are currently about to be approved, Pfizer and Moderna, from what I can ascertain, are not being derived from aborted fetal cells. So if that was a concern of yours, you don't have to worry about that. But again, from a spiritual perspective, I don't have a good feeling in my spirit about this vaccine. So, just wanted to issue that correction so that I can have some reporting integrity, if you want to call it that. So, thank you. This is Sonship Radio, signing off.